There's a reason why you clicked on this video. Maybe you've been working hard to earn money, yet something still feels off, especially in your relationships with women. Maybe you've noticed that other men with far less money or flash somehow manage to attract women in ways that defy logic. Here's the truth. What women truly crave isn't visible to the eyes. It's something they feel deeply within the soul. And the Stoic philosophers understood this truth long ago. Today, we're going to dive into 5 powerful traits, qualities women secretly value more than money, more than status, more than any material gift. These principles come from ancient wisdom, and mastering them won't just transform how women perceive you, it will reshape how you perceive yourself. Number 1, self-mastery. Let's begin with what may be the rarest trait found in the modern man, self-mastery. Epictetus once stated, "No man is free who is not master of himself." In a world obsessed with quick pleasure and instant rewards, men who can restrain their impulses stand out like lions among sheep. Women are biologically inclined to trust strength, but not merely the strength of muscles or a fat bank account. What draws them in at the deepest level is a man who demonstrates emotional regulation, discipline, and restraint. Imagine this. She says something sharp. She's testing you. Most men react, they lash out, they beg, or they shrink. But the Stoic man, he takes a breath, pauses, and chooses his response with calm precision. That inner calm in the midst of chaos, that's real power. A man who can choose how to respond rather than be led by impulse is the kind of man who makes a woman feel emotionally safe. And emotional safety is infinitely more seductive than any luxury. That's how vital self-mastery is. And because of that, I'm dedicating an entire upcoming video solely to this principle. In that video, I'll break down how to build discipline, how the Stoics forged inner strength, and how today's man can master his emotions like a warrior monk. So if you're ready to go even deeper, subscribe now and turn on notifications, because the man who learns to master himself masters everything. Number 2, purpose. Now for number 2, purpose. Women are magnetically drawn to a man who lives with a mission. That mission must take priority, over comfort, over pleasure, even over her approval. Picture a Stoic soldier the night before a battle. He spends time with his wife. At sunrise, they share one last breakfast. She gazes into his eyes and asks, "Do you really have to go?" She tells him she'll miss him, pleads with him to stay home, relax, maybe just watch a movie. Now picture him sighing, unpacking his bags and saying, "You're right, I'll stay." She may smile in the moment, but something within her shifts. Respect begins to dissolve. Why? Because, deep in her nature, a woman admires a man who stands for something beyond her. She might never say it, she may even protest. But when a man abandons his purpose, she feels it, and she slowly pulls away. The Stoic understands this. He hears her, he loves her, but he doesn't trade his mission for temporary harmony. As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. So whether your purpose is training your body, building your empire, or sharpening your mind, your mission comes first. Ironically, that's the very thing that makes her feel safe, proud, and drawn to walk beside you. Number 3, logical thinking. One of the core differences between men and women lies in how they process the world. While women often move through life guided by emotion, the Stoic man leads with reason. He doesn't suppress emotion. He recognizes it, he respects it, but he refuses to be ruled by it. The more you cultivate your ability to analyze situations clearly and rationally, the more grounded and masculine you become. Women are drawn to a man who keeps his cool under pressure. Why? Because calmness in the storm communicates one thing, inner strength. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Understand this and you will uncover true strength. When chaos strikes, when plans fall apart, when emotions run high, most men panic. They lash out, spiral, and slowly lose respect, not just from others, but from themselves. But the Stoic man breathes, thinks, and chooses to act based on principle, not panic. Nothing repels a woman faster than a man who breaks down under stress, and nothing earns deeper respect than the one who maintains his composure when the world is collapsing. You are not a child, you are not a victim of circumstance. You are the master of your own mind. And when you lead with logic instead of emotion, you don't just become more attractive, you become dangerously composed. Number 4, physical presence. Some men walk into a room and without saying a single word, people feel their presence. That's true physical presence, and women sense it instantly. It's not just about big arms or having a six-pack. Presence goes far deeper. It's in how a man stands, how he moves, how he listens. It's in the way he enters a space without needing attention, but still naturally commands it. Marcus Aurelius said it best. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one. A man with presence doesn't need to perform, he simply is. Yes, your physical body matters. Clean grooming, strong posture, a physique built through discipline, these all signal self-respect. But don't confuse muscles with presence. There are plenty of men who live at the gym but still give off weak energy. Why? Because real presence isn't just built with dumbbells, it's built through inner discipline, awareness, and alignment with purpose. It's how you carry yourself. Do you sit with calm, or do you fidget? Do you shake hands with conviction, or with insecurity? Do your eyes meet the world, or do they avoid it? Presence isn't loud, it's felt, and for a woman, that silent power is magnetic. A man in control of his body, his space, and his energy isn't chasing validation, he's radiating certainty. And in a world overflowing with noise, that kind of stillness speaks louder than words. Number 5. Dignity. Here's a truth most men never understand. Women admire dignity more than wealth, status, or style. Why? Because while money can impress, dignity earns quiet and lasting respect, especially from women. In today's world, where attention is treated like currency, many men throw away one of the most sacred masculine qualities, their dignity. They post nonsense online just to go viral. They act like fools to get a few likes. They lie to themselves, thinking fame or followers will fill the emptiness, but it never does. And women can sense that emptiness. A man without dignity feels hollow. He may appear strong, but she knows he's fragile inside. He might flash cash, but she doesn't trust his essence. Stoicism teaches that true power lies not in what we show, but in what we refuse to compromise. Epictetus reminds us again, no man is free who is not master of himself. And part of that mastery, living with dignity. The Stoic man doesn't trade his values for applause. He doesn't chase approval, he lives in truth. He doesn't perform, he embodies. And here's the reality, women are quietly drawn to that unshakable authenticity. Because while flashy men come and go, a man with self-respect anchors her. She senses this man won't crumble under pressure. He won't say one thing in public and act another way in private. He doesn't need to boast because his presence does the speaking. That quiet integrity, it's far more attractive than any loud display. So protect your dignity, not just for her, but for yourself. Because once it's gone, it's hard to restore. And in the end, the man who holds on to his dignity holds a form of power that no money can ever buy. Let's take a moment and breathe. Really reflect. We chase money because we believe it brings us freedom. But it's not the money she's seeking. It's the qualities that money can't offer. Self-mastery, purpose, logical thinking, physical presence, dignity. These are more than just traits, they're timeless virtues. And virtues, my brother, are eternal. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants, as Epictetus said. So become the kind of man who isn't just desired, but respected, remembered, and followed. Not for what's in his bank account, but for what's in his soul. If this message stirred something in you, if you feel the call to rise, not just as a man, but as a Stoic warrior, hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video so this message reaches more men like you, and drop a comment. Which of these 5 virtues are you working to master in your life today? This isn't just content, it's a brotherhood of philosophy, of power, of purpose. And always remember, a man's true wealth isn't measured by what he owns, but by what he can live without. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.